Hey everybody, welcome back to the Real Estate Update. I'm Juan Rodriguez with Juador Realty. This is the April 2025 edition. We are continuing to see what we consider a normalization of the market. A few surprises in the sales, but especially on the days on the market. This is why we look at all the numbers, guys. So let's look at the numbers. You'll see what we're talking about. Here we go. Okay, typically what we show you first every month is a single family residence is sold for Hillsborough County, Florida. In this case, April for 2025. We take all the sales, break them up into the different price ranges, and you can see here on the graph that we present it nice and pretty for you. So look at the first group, 0 to almost 200,000 days on the market. You have an increase of sales there. Nothing to consider what we consider to be abnormal or different. There's not that many properties available at that price point, so we don't really pay too much attention to that. The next group, the 200 to almost 400, an increase of sales, but nothing to be surprised about, right? There's a very small difference, but again, that's still over 400 homes selling at that price point. The next group, again, decrease of sales, but nothing to be concerned about. There's still almost 400 homes sold in April at that price point. 600 to almost 800,000, a decrease of sales. That's not to be concerned about either, in my opinion. It's just a very slight decrease, and that price point is starting to reach into the very higher bracket, 800 to almost a million. An increase, a very slight increase of sales. Again, nothing to be concerned about. And a million plus, an increase of sales there. And as mentioned in previous videos, the million and plus has been very strong in the Tampa Bay area. But, you know, like we say every month, we're just bringing you guys the numbers. You guys make your own assumptions, right? So typically what we show you second every month is the days on the market. The days on the market's important. It's going to show you the velocity of the market, right? How fast do the homes come to the market, go under contract, and of those sell, right? Let's look at the numbers. The majority of the graph here, 0 to 30 days on the market, makes up about 53%, okay, of homes sold. And that's an increase from the prior month. So, you know, we look usually like a year over year comparison on a lot of things, but days on the market, it's just months by themselves. So the 0 to 30 days on the market increased from last month, okay? 31 to 60 days on the market, the bottom green, that's about 17%, and the blue to the left is 61 to 90 days on the market, makes up about 9%. And we'll pause it there and say that, you know, in this office, we have mentioned in previous videos, we like to see the 0 to 90 days on the market make up about 75% of the market. Here, we're seeing what, 79-ish%, right, give or take, but 79-ish%. That's very healthy, and we're ramping up into the spring, summer time when home sales have been the strongest historically, right? So look at the rest of the numbers here, 91 all the way up to 211 days on the market. You know, we're keeping our eye on these. There's nothing of concern quite yet. But, you know, there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of things happening. There's, on the good side, a lot of mortgage products coming to the market that are helping buyers buy homes. Whether that's good or bad, we don't know. It's just helping buyers buy homes. You know, on the flip side, you still have higher interest rates than last time, but look, people aren't used to seeing these, or they forgot that the average mortgage rate historically was in the 7s, right? So people, if you want to buy a house, if you don't have all the cash, you know, you need to save a little bit more and put down more to either bring down your payments, but in our opinion, that's healthy, right? If you're gonna be putting down more on a house, that's giving you more equity up front. That's making you, you know, a stronger buyer from the bank's perspective. So, you know, that's fine too. But anyways, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, reach out to us. We've had a lot of increase, as mentioned in the previous month, about property management, and you know, our property management division is growing rapidly. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that manage properties that maybe, let's say, don't necessarily cut it for a lot of the owners. You know, if you have any questions or comments, concerns, just reach out to us. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. All right? So other than that, happy house hunting or selling, and we'll see you guys next month. Bye.